Okay, I think we're good. I've been in love with Roli's crazy futuristic keyboards for a few years now when it first debuted the Seaboard Grand. Only catch is that instrument is almost $9,000. Really kind of limits it to just the very rich or the very talented. This is the Roli Seaboard Rise. It came out late last year and it's a little more in my price range. The 49 key version here is $1,200. There's a 25 key one for $800. Again, that's still pretty expensive, but it's the kind of price range that opens it up to independent musicians, serious hobbyists, or people who may not be as musically talented but really like playing TV theme songs. Think about a traditional piano. It has a set number of sounds it can make, and there's really no variation. It's a pretty static instrument. It doesn't really matter where you hit the C key, it's always can produce the same C sound. Now when digital keyboards and MIDI controllers came out, very quickly you started to see pitch wheels, separate dials that let you change the modulation, not entirely unlike a guitar spinning a string. Roli Seaboard takes that idea a step further. At first blush, Roli's instruments look like a keyboard where all the keys kind of bleed into one another. You can literally press anywhere on the silicone pad and produce a sound. These grooves, which Roli calls key waves, are really just guideposts kind of letting you know where the traditional notes are. Everything otherwise is just a sound producing sensor. So you'll notice as I'm kind of moving my finger, you get kind of a wiggle sound. This is just undulating. If I slide it all up and down, you get every little sound in between. Roli calls this 5-dimensional touch. What it means is beyond just the note itself, it's tracking how hard you press down, whether or not you continue to press down, are you wiggling left or right, up or down. All of these changes matter and it can change the tone dramatically. You don't have to play it that way. You don't have to have all the settings. You can change it to a traditional piano, you can adjust the sensitivity anywhere in between. But my question to you is, why would you ever do that? It's like buying a Lamborghini and just taking it to a grocery store. So what I like about using the Game of Thrones theme song is that it has a very strong and well-defined melody. Everyone knows it. The nuances in playing it, people actually can identify it. Certain string sounds can stop and stammer a little bit. Certain sounds kind of flow into one another. Trying to play it on this versus a normal piano or versus a guitar really shows the potential and also the potential learning curve of using an instrument like this. So for example, if you're doing kind of the intro march, you really got to hit just on the middle. If you don't, you're going to get a little bit of a wavered sound. It's going to sound off. If you keep this finger down and try to transition, it's going to make you kind of slide into it. Other things is you really got to start playing the notes more like a violin to an extent. You've got to know that you're going to slide a bit. So just really kind of milk it. So here I can push down harder or softer, and it's going to change the volume a little bit. Hitting right down the middle, especially on a one giant non-colored pad, it takes time, it takes effort. So it's So that took me 2 days to get that without kind of screwing it up and hitting a flat, hitting a sharp. It is a beautiful, pretty piece, and once you kind of get the hang of it, you can do some really amazing stuff. So that's the place where I really like having the slide, but I went too far up and it changed. Based on the preset I have here, it changed to kind of a horn sound. So that's Seaboard Rise. You should really think of this not as a keyboard or piano analog, but some kind of a new instrument that takes the face of a keyboard and really hits more of a string kind of thing. You really should kind of just own into the shaking, the vibrato, the learning curve to kind of get more accurate, more precise. So once you do that, you can do some great, crazy stuff with it. And it's really fun to mess up on this. I can't stress that enough. As painful as this was to listen to for you guys and for myself, and as much time as I put on this, every time I screw up, it's still a fun challenge. It is a premium product. This is not for an everyday consumer. You should not learn this as your first instrument. But if you are a serious hobbyist or you are looking to do some kind of new music and get a different kind of sound, I definitely recommend giving this thing a try. So because Roli is, the Seaboard can be used as tradition. The Seaboard can be used as a tradition. The Seaboard can be used as a tradition. Wow. So what I like about English, what the f***? Alors, ce que je voudrais préférer avec...